Hi, this is Janae LeBeau, and I'm here with Mary and Karen from East Bay Community Recovery Project. And do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Sure, my name's Mary Halpin, and I'm sitting with Leora Myers,
Sorry.
That's
registered
okay.
nurse.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Leora Myers.
Oh, okay, well, I guess we can just jump right in. So, question one, what made you guys want this job or your current job?
Well, I joined East Bay Community Recovery Project back in 1999. At the time, I was doing research, and I was interested in working with people in recovery, and they had a pilot program to address the methamphetamine epidemic that was happening in southern Alameda County. And we were trying to get people involved in drug court to choose recovery and reduce their involvement with the criminal justice system. So that program lasted about 6 years, and it was my introduction to the agency and to the field of substance use in Alameda County.
And I'm a registered nurse and worked in traditional nursing in a hospital situation, really moved into wellness in the early 80s, and found that I was very interested in all aspects of wellness, the body, mind, spirit, the holistic approach, which wasn't traditional in mainly a hospital situation. I actually attended the Institute for Health and Healing as a nurse practitioner to look at other aspects of working with the whole person. And at that time, I met the medical director from Haight-Ashbury Free Clinics, and she was talking about inner substance, or the spiritual approach to substance abuse, which I found very interesting, and that I could bring my skills of wellness into that. So I was hired actually to work at Haight-Ashbury in their residential program, and that was in 2004. And so that was really the beginning of my transition and transformation to working in substance abuse and mental health and wellness.
Okay, question two. What are some services that you guys offer? Like, what are some programs at East Bay Community Recovery Project?
One of the things that happened when I came to East Bay Community Recovery Project is that we did the transformation of having the health department program became holistic health. And so we wanted to offer activities that really were symbolic of holistic health. And so besides our programs that we have in recovery, we have Qigong, which is very similar to Tai Chi. We have mindfulness, per se, which is a deep minute that we do with our clients. We also have a yoga 12-step, which is a yoga program combined with the 12-step program. And then our program for Our Place, which is really putting the pieces of health together, includes primary medical care. So we have on-site medical care clinic that's once a week. We also do rapid HIV and Hep C testing, which we actually address in our clinic as well. We have classes in relapse prevention, crisis support, mental health counseling, and substance use services. And one program that we're really excited about is our tobacco cessation program. As you know, many people die from tobacco-related diseases, and we've been able to actually do counseling and offer them nicotine patches or nicotine gum to cut down on their smoking. So that's one of the programs we're really excited about, looking at their whole health.
Okay.
In addition to those programs, I just want to give a shout out to one of our most recent grant awards. We were in 2014, we received a grant from the Department of Veteran Affairs to provide homeless prevention services to veterans. We also have a residential program for women who are pregnant or parenting, that women can come into a residential program with a child and try to get over a substance abuse issue. They're given their own apartment. They're given support services for both education to increase their wellness, substance abuse services, parenting classes, anger management classes, and there's also a strong emphasis on helping reduce the effects of post-traumatic stress disorder. We realized that almost 80% of the women who came into our program had been victims of abuse. That's it's definitely a focus of a lot of the programs that we offer.
Okay. How do you determine if someone is eligible to stay at the program? Like, is everyone welcomed, or like, is there some type of income limit or like state of mind you have to be in to be like eligible to stay?
That's a very good question. So currently, East Bay Community Recovery Project has 13 distinct programs with 13 distinct funding sources. Eligibility is never based on ability to pay. So that's one of the important features, I think, of all of our programs. When somebody calls for help, our intake supervisors look at what program that we might offer best fits their needs. And so if it's a pregnant woman addicted to drugs, we might, think about Project Pride. If it's a veteran, we have services for that. We also have very general programs. We have programs for people with HIV or who are at risk for HIV. But when people call, they're met in person and we discuss what programs we have that best suit their needs. And if there's nothing that we have to help somebody, then we have many contacts within the county, and we do what's called a warm handoff, and we introduce the person who needs help to somebody who might be able to help them.
Okay. So what is East Bay Community Recovery Project? What is you guys' major goal? Like, what's your goal?
We really hope to increase people's access to care, and we strongly believe in helping people achieve self-sufficiency and wellness.
Okay, so people in the program, like, what are some of the daily activities that, like, people enrolled in the programs do? Like, what do they do throughout the day?
So we have many activities. We do have a day support program, which many of the clients in that program actually come at 9 a.m. They have breakfast. They have a variety of groups. They also have lunch as well. And during the groups can be mental health groups, substance use, as well as life skills. So we're looking, with self-sufficiency, we're looking at giving our clients skills to be well in their own community so they can be self-sufficient, so that they can have strategies for overall health. And then also we have groups throughout the day, and the groups are for a variety of reasons that we have the groups. We have mental health, substance abuse. We also have groups for your soul and for your spirit. We have one group called Tea and Talk, which is a group for women where we serve tea, we have coloring books, we sit and we talk about things that are very important to them. We're finding that recovery may be the key, but we really want to look at the whole person. What do they need? What are their needs at that time? It's also great to have everything under one roof with our place, where we can have the medical clinic as well as the groups as well as individual. The Yoga 12-Step program is an amazing program that we've just recently begun to offer, which is a program that combines the 12 steps as well as the yoga postures, and it's a class that we have on a weekly basis. And we're finding that it's important that we look at body-based approaches. Many of our clients have had many body-based illnesses as well as biomechanical injuries as well, and so it's the whole person. So it's not just moving through the recovery mentally, but it's moving through the recovery in a physical way as well.
How has working at East Bay Community Recovery Project, how have it influenced you guys' life? Has it impacted anything in your life, changed anything?
One of the things that I find really exciting about our agency is they come back. Our clients come back.
Yeah.
And for whatever time that they're there is valuable. Nothing's wasted. It's like the door is open and they've had great experiences, and they may stay in a program or treatment consecutive months or even weeks, and they may leave for a few months, but they come back. And I've been there 4 years, and we've had clients that they come to the door because it's harm reduction. It's not abstinence. It's not enforced abstinence. They walk on the door and they make that decision to come and to be present in the groups and to have socialization. That's really important. Isolation is something that many of our clients have. It's forced isolation from being homeless or forced isolation from their family and their friends. And so it's the welcoming that we have with our staff. It welcomes you where you are at that moment.
Okay. Many shelters or like programs have certain rules that people need to follow in order to remain at the program. So what are some rules that you guys have? Like, what are some things that you guys just don't tolerate at all, if anybody liked the program?
Every program is different, but I would say that we cannot tolerate violence. We cannot tolerate acts of violence against clients or clients against staff. That doesn't hardly ever happen. There's, in the 2 decades that I've been there, I think we've had to ask clients to leave the program twice that I know of, so 2 times in 20 years. Some of our contracts are more strict than others. We have a housing program for people experiencing mental illness where clients are referred directly from Alameda County. There are rules for that program. They're not curfew-based or anything, and they're not even abstinence-based per se. But in a supported housing program, the commitment for somebody to continue to receive services is there. We try to make our programs as accessible as possible. I mean, I think realizing that everybody's going to struggle sometimes and just being willing to help people pick themselves back up and start, the process of getting well again. We really don't like the barriers of, restrictions or, ways to kick people out. I mean, if anything, we don't even, we give very little focus to that. We just want to keep people in.
Confidentiality is one area that our clients can be assured of, confidentiality of being in the program, and also respect. That is one thing that we encourage in all of our groups among all of our clients, that self-respect and respect for everyone else that's participating in the program.
Okay. Do you, so I know in the program you guys counsel people and help them with their lives. So do you guys help people get jobs for in the real world, and do you guys help them see their families, and how does that work? Do you guys help them with a career path, if they wanted to after they recovered?
I think it depends on the program that the person is involved in. So yes, I mean, the unique thing about East Bay Community Recovery Project is our ability to meet the client where they're at. So if they come to us with a raging drug problem, but all they really want to do is get a job, we might talk to them about the barrier that their drug problem is, creating for getting employment. However, our staff are trained to work with them around getting a job. If they're not willing to address the drug problem at that moment, but a job is their specific focus, then we look at ways, to help them find employment. And we have collaborations all throughout Alameda County. We work with PIC, and we work with the Oakland Adult School for people who still need a GED. And we have some vocational training on site in our different programs.
We also have emphasis on families. We do have a program called Celebrating Families, which is a group that's very interesting in that it consists of the client who's actually in our program, but also they bring their families as well. And that's really exciting. They spend time, they have supper together, they're able to talk as a family, be as a family, and enjoy that time. So there is quite a bit of emphasis on family and reestablishing relationships.
So it's like a family counseling, right? So
yes.
You can come in for family counseling. Yes. Okay, if anyone wanted to volunteer, come out and help or donate, so how would they do that?
Yay!
Yeah. We're lucky to have a number of great volunteers. So on our website, which is www.ebcrp.org, under the volunteer section, there's an email address where you could contact the assistant to the executive director directly. There is some paperwork to fill out depending on the level of participation some volunteer may have with clients that may involve a background check. We always need creative, vibrant people. Sometimes it's just to help paint a room. Sometimes it's to lead exercise activities with our women or children.
We're always looking for people that enjoy cooking as well. We do have many of our groups do serve a lunch, and so if you're interested or you have really a thing about cooking, we're always looking for volunteers that like to cook.
Do you have to be a certain age to volunteer, or can anyone volunteer? Do you have to be like 18 or older?
You don't have to be 18 or older. I would direct that question to our Human Resources Department. I would say young children, would need to be supervised, but we love volunteers.
Okay, well, that's it. Do you guys have any other additional information you guys want to let everybody know about?
So if someone's interested, or if they have a family or friend that they would like to refer, I just would like to give you a phone number for Holistic Health that you could call, which is area code 510-446-7180. And our hours of operation for Holistic Health are from 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
I just really want to say thank you for reaching out to East Bay Community Recovery Project and giving us this opportunity to spread the word about our program. I think the work the youth are doing here is amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, this has been Janae, and I'm here with East Bay Community Recovery Project. Thank you guys for listening.